Serena Williams up 4-1. A little bit of anger there after being called the foot fault, and thanks to some good camera work. Look at her front foot. Look at it go up in the air, a little like Pete Sampras, and then it moves and squiggles forward, and that's where it's her left foot, her front foot, that is the guilty limb.
Nadal had a foot fault called on him. You wonder if it's a point of emphasis. I mean, they say they always call it the same way, but you do show up at a tournament sometimes, and it seems to be that they're called in bunches, where sometimes you go an entire week and don't see one.
And I think there was one called on Safin in the majors in the last year that was actually on playing singles on the side line, the doubles alley.
Yeah, it was that far over. That's true.
And if you start or on the center line, like if a righty's serving on this side and puts the back foot over the invisible line back from the center line, that's a foot fault too. Stosur going out today. She did well in the Olympus US Open Series.
And that's in Serena's part of the drop him. We thought it might be a little bit of a payback tour. Sybil Baumer, Stosur, women who had beaten her this summer, but they both went down today.
Oh, another one-handed backhand. Schiavone through.
Baumer, another lefty, who had given Serena trouble.
Veteran Kravis of the U.S. out today in straight sets. I love to see a rally just kind of, it's in neutral, and then all of a sudden Serena gets one that's just right there. And she says, this is my shot. And then just boom, winner. It's just like that punch in boxing that can just knock out. Well, this is interesting. The first serve was a fault. Second serve let. Second serve another let. So this is the fourth serve on this point.
Now she has to make that shot. She cannot miss routine forehands. That was sitting up for her. Chance to take command of the point.
Yeah, she tried to create an angle from right in the middle of the court, and we all know it's a lot easier if you're just a little bit more over towards the sideline to create a better angle.
Serena falling backwards as she hit the backhand.
I think she wants to glare at her friend again. This time it's not on a foot fault, it's on a call.
I think her friend was right in that one. Yeah. No challenge.
Yeah, but she still had to give him a little bit of a little grief.
So a break point saved. Serena showing the touch to go with all that power.
Well, we talked about her trying to bring in tactics more, and she would have watched a lot of tennis this year and seen Federer use the drop shot more, and don't think that doesn't plant a seed with her. And we saw when Sharapova was playing her best tennis, winning the Australian Open a couple of Australians ago. She used the drop shot beautifully. So these power players can bring in finesse, but it's certainly not their A game.
Scorching backhand, vicious angle, and another break. So Serena will serve for this opening set.
That's just punishing tennis from Serena at the moment, but when she's hitting the ball that well, that drop shot does open up, just like for Federer at the French. When his forehand is dictating play, the opponents are just so far back. It's wise to throw in the drop shot every once in a while.
Amazing stats for Serena. She's used to piling up a lot of unforced errors, but 12-5.
And she was at 4 early, but she's only made one unforced error since the third game.
And that error, Pam, was a double fault, which counts in that category. So off the ground, she's been
That's
clean.
true. You know, I actually think starting second will give Serena just that little bit more incentive and focus. She wants to be done. She doesn't want to have a late night. I think we're going to see a very clean match. We're seeing it so far. She wants to get out of here by quarter to 11, 10 to 11.
Well, she should hurry to her press conferences then, because she has been known to take some time. You think it might be a quick sprint to the press room tonight?
I'm not going to predict that one.
Okay.
Where are you going to sprint to? You sprinted up here. Where are you going to sprint to after? You could meet Serena
think?
on the set, huh?
Pure power, just way too much for Zink. He was able to claw back into the match. We've talked about it earlier this summer in Stanford and make it a very competitive second set and have that set point. But you're right, Pam. Serena doesn't have that look tonight that she's going to give her underdog opponent an opening.
This is a totally different Serena, Chris, from Stanford. I mean, she was having trouble with her timing and making so many mistakes.
Do you think she might be mindful, though, of that second set, not to let her opponent have any hope?
Sure, but you know, it wasn't just Stanford in the Olympus US Open Series. Serena struggled also in Cincinnati. She had a little bit of a virus problem, a little cold there, didn't feel well, went out to Bammer and lost a match to Dementieva. It was a rematch of Wimbledon semis, best match of the year in women's side, but it was not a good match.
Challenge.
On the right service line.
Ruled an ace.
The ball was called good.
Which would be Serena's fourth. Smack on the line.
40-30.
And then he gives her a set point.
Zink has 2 challenges remaining. Game.
Nice punctuation to a very dominant opening set as the look of a Serena smackdown.